What is the single most important philosophical difference in governance of Berkshire County Jail that separates you from your opponent? Mr. Bosley first.
Oh, I think that's very clear. Can you hear me now? Because I'd hate to think we'd have to repeat the first half of this because you couldn't hear. I think that's very clear. I think the job of sheriff is to be a budget analyst, a mediator, a social worker, a security, public safety, to run all of the different things that he runs. And if you read my press releases, you would see that I've addressed a lot of those different areas. I've got some ideas of some things I want to do with county communications because the sheriff runs that. I want to get out into the communities. I think this job of sheriff can be summed up in 3 words: security, rehabilitation, and reentry. And all of them have equal weight. My opponent has said he's a law enforcement. He has 24 years of expertise in law enforcement, and he does, and he's very good at what he does. I think he should stay there. But that's not what the job of sheriff is. The job of sheriff in Massachusetts, what do you think, I'm running to lose? The job of sheriff is an administrative job in Massachusetts. There's no unincorporated territory. It's not a law enforcement job. The sheriff of Berkshire County is not going to bust criminals. The sheriff of Berkshire County is not going to go on stakeouts. The sheriff of Berkshire County doesn't do law enforcement. He's a public safety official.
Mr. Bowler, 1.5 minutes.
If elected sheriff, I will be given the title of the Chief Law Enforcement Officer in Berkshire County. With that comes experience. You better have experience in law enforcement. I have 24 years of it, and I'm proud of it. Let me ask this. If you were on a school committee and you were going to hire a new superintendent for your schools, would you hire somebody that does not have a background in education? If you had a hospital administrator that you were looking to hire, would you hire somebody that does not have any healthcare experience? Absolutely not. If you're going to hire a chief law enforcement officer in Berkshire County, then he has to have 24 years or have a background in law enforcement.
Please hold your applause till the end. 30 seconds.
That's the crux. If you think it's a law enforcement job, vote for him. If you think it's to run the jail the way it's been run and the way it's run around the state, then vote for me. 3/4 of the sheriffs in Massachusetts, please. This is the way you have conducted this campaign, and it really is kind of outrageous. Let's have a little decorum here. 3/4 of the sheriffs in Massachusetts were not police officers when they became sheriffs. I think it's insulting to say that they don't do a good job. One of the best sheriffs that if you talk to anybody on the East Coast, one of the best sheriffs that they will point to is Mike Ash. Mike Ash was a social worker when he became sheriff. Not law enforcement, public safety.